Okay, everybody, it's time for another Las Vegas food video. We did that breakfast video and it was so well received. We had so many comments that we thought, hey, we should probably do it for dinner. But I wanted to break it up. So this one's gonna be Italian style. Best restaurants in Las Vegas, Italian style. Now these videos are in no particular order, best to worst or worst to best. I'm in search for the best Italian food in Las Vegas. I am not sure if I found it yet, but I know I found some good ones. And it might be in here. Here it is, best restaurants in Las Vegas, Italian edition. Well, look at where we are. No other place than the Grand Canal Shops in the Venetian. Now the Venetian and the Palazzo are right together, connected by the Grand Canal Shops, which is an Italian-themed resort, so what fitting place to go than to Canaletto. And Canaletto had this amazing bread. I always give extra points for warm bread. Probably even more extra points for warm bread because it is so delicious. Now Heather wanted to go simple. She just wanted spaghetti, so she ordered this dish, the bolognese sauce with spaghetti, and she got the fresh grate on top because you never turn down a waiter that has a big hunk of Parmesan cheese. And I got this tagliatelle. It was kind of like a fettuccine type deal with chicken, and it had some pancetta in there. It was delicious. So this place was pretty good. It wasn't the best place we've been to, but we did enjoy our meal. It was reasonably priced at around $70. I'm gonna throw up some pros and cons for you on this place. And our pros, it's a beautiful setting, reasonably priced, convenient if you're staying at the Venetian, but the food was just average. Okay guys, I'm getting a little bit excited because I know what's next, Giada. So we went to Las Vegas for my birthday a couple years ago, and I picked Giada for my birthday dinner. I know, right? I've always wanted to go there because Giada's a celebrity chef. I've seen her on the Food Network a lot. I've heard a lot of great things about it, and we were not disappointed. First of all, when we came in, they sat us at this window seat right across Las Vegas Boulevard to the Bellagio and the Bellagio Fountain. Now when you make a reservation at this place, they are going to offer you a window seat for an upcharge. I think it's like $25 a person. We didn't do that. I just made a basic reservation, but we do eat early, so maybe that's part of it, but we got lucky. We got the window seat anyway. And look at the views over here. The Bellagio fountain was right across the street. It was right around the golden hour and the sunset in Las Vegas. It was unbelievable. And we decided to get the tasting menu, which was all set up, and you got several courses. The first course, we got our salads, of course. Now, if you watch the channel, you know I don't eat salad, but Heather does. So we got a romaine salad, and I ordered an arugula salad, which had a little bit of a, I don't know what it was, a lemony vinaigrette with the Parmesan on top, but Heather enjoyed both salads and said they were great. Our second course, of course, we had to get spaghetti. I mean, you're at an Italian restaurant. And then, don't go to Giada's without getting this lemon spaghetti, this lemon mascarpone spaghetti. It's unbelievable. The largest pepper mill I've ever seen in my life was wielded by our waiter, who was excellent. And the best sign of a restaurant is the plates at the end, and you can tell how delicious that was. Now it was time for our third course, and this would be your protein. Heather went with the petite filet, cheesy buttermilk squash mashed potatoes on this one, some mushrooms, and I went with the Italian fried chicken. I mean, cacciatore style with this sauce. I said Heather went with the filet and I went with the chicken. She went with the chicken. I went with the filet. It didn't matter. We were sharing everything. And we were glad we shared everything because it was so good. The filet was cooked perfectly. This chicken was amazing. It looked like a whole piece of chicken, but when you cut into it, it was boneless. I'm always amazed at how they do that. They get the bones out of the chicken without it looking like it's, just a boneless, skinless chicken breast. It looked like the real deal there. So it was amazing. The atmosphere was amazing. The fountain show was amazing. And guess what else was amazing? Our final course, which of course was dessert. And we got the most amazing desserts. This chocolate hazelnut crunch cake was unreal. And then of course we got Giada's signature cookies. And that lemon cookie there was off the charts. In fact, I ordered a box of them to go at the end of the deal. Now you know me when it comes to dessert. What is my favorite dessert? My favorite dessert's the one that I'm currently eating. And these desserts did not disappoint at all. The only disappointing part was the price. It was $260 for the two of us. I guess if you look at it, we did have pasta dishes that were amazing, and a filet and some chicken and dessert. So I guess not too out of line, but $260 was the price on this one. It was absolutely delicious. The atmosphere was great. The view couldn't be beat. Just a little bit pricey on this one, but I highly recommend it. Go to Giada. Lavo time. Now I'm going to give this one an award. The Unsung Hero Award of Las Vegas. This place was amazing. Check out the menu. They say that this meatball is unbelievable. We did not order that appetizer, but we did get a meatball with Heather spaghetti. The cavatelli was so amazing. The spaghetti and meatballs were good. The meatball lived up to the hype. I would go and order that meatball appetizer. But hey, Heather got it on her spaghetti, and you know Heather, she always gets spaghetti when we go to an Italian restaurant, and this place was delicious. Star of the show, chocolate peanut butter cake for $19. This stuff was so good that I actually ordered some to go a different night. You could just go right into the bar and order cake and get it to go. Now that I think back, this is one of the first places we've gone in Vegas for Italian, and now that I think back, we need to go again. Lavo at the Venetian, it was $90. The cake was 20 of that, so the price was totally reasonable, which is one of my pros, is a good price, great food. The chocolate peanut butter cake, amazing. The place is very dark and very loud. All signs are pointing towards Scarpetta. Scarpetta in the Cosmopolitan. Guys, I don't know. Maybe my favorite. Definitely in the top 3. The menu was very extensive on this one. When I go back and do these compilation videos and I look back at the places we eat, sometimes I notice something, and this is one of them. And when I watch this over again, it's just, I can almost taste the food again just watching it. And I was like, oh, Scarpetta. It's so good. It's unbelievable. You should go to Scarpetta for sure. Now, everybody raves about the bread service at Carbone, and it's good, but this is what I call bread service. They brought out these things here. Olive oil, butter. I don't know what that is in the middle. Still don't know what it is, but Heather says you gotta try it. I'm sure glad I did, because it was delicious. I don't know, maybe some kind of red peppers. I don't know. And the bread. Are you ready for the reveal? Look at this. This is like a salami or Italian meats roll, like a pepperoni roll with cheese, and then a broccoli roll. And, it's warm and cheese. Oh, so amazing. And then the entrees. Now, let's take a second to talk about this agnolotti that's got short rib, brown butter, horseradish, and toasted breadcrumbs, and all that's packed into this house-made pasta pockets. Probably the best pasta dish I've ever had in my life. I thought Mateo's was good. Boy, that was good. And then you know Heather, she goes with the old spaghetti. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, she says. And this looks like the most basic spaghetti, but I'm gonna tell you what, the flavor that was packed into this spaghetti dish, I can't even explain it. The tomatoes were so fresh and the sauce was so good. That spaghetti was out of this world, but I didn't want to part with my agnolotti. I did share a little bit, but it just knocked my socks off. And we always say the sign of good food is if you can join the club. You know, you get that sticker to wear proudly on your shirt the rest of the day, the Clean Plate Club sticker. And on this one, we were a part of the Clean Plate Club, and we probably wish we had more food because it was that good. Scarpetta. Now, as I watched back here, and I was doing this video edit, and then I put this receipt up, and I was like, that was so good. And it was around $62 before tip. This place is a must go. The price was unthinkable. The food was impeccable. The service inconceivable. The atmosphere was unimaginable. The experience was implausible. And the cons, I couldn't think of a one. Let's hop on over next door of the Cosmopolitan to the Aria. And if we head upstairs to the restaurant row, we will find Carbone. This one is a fan favorite. Everybody seems to love Carbone. It's hard to get a reservation. The menu is pretty simple, you know. It's a basic menu. There's not a ton. You don't have page after page. But the food is absolutely out of this world. Now, the one thing about Carbone that I would have to say is the service is so noteworthy. Like, they are on point with absolutely every aspect of the service. From the minute you walk in that door, past this dessert table, you are treated like kings and queens. And they start off by bringing you out some things that you're not expecting. They bring you out this big hunk of Parmesan cheese that the guy says is addicting. And he was right. It's addicting. It was good. And they bring out this salami plate. They bring out this pickled cauliflower. And on that other plate, you're going to see the Parmesan cheese and the bread service. They have all different kinds of breads with sesame seed breads, and then they got this pizza bread type stuff and garlic bread. The bread was A1, trust me. The bread was A1. You don't even have to order it. It's not an upcharge. It just comes out. You go in, you sit down, and they start bringing you food right off the bat. So that's a pretty nice deal. We went with the vodka rigatoni because doesn't everybody get the spicy rigatoni vodka at Carbone? And that's a portion. We just asked them that we wanted to share it, so they split it up on 2 plates. And then we got this chicken scarparello. It wasn't my favorite thing, but Heather went nuts. Heather thinks this is the greatest chicken ever. The chicken is on the bone. It'd probably be better if it wasn't. The potatoes Louis. Now that's something to talk about. The potatoes Louis was really outstanding. Actually, all the food was outstanding. I even enjoyed these complimentary little cookies at the end. Carbone, definitely put it on your list, but you got to plan ahead and make a reservation because it is a busy place. The price was $118, so it's a little pricey. It's a little expensive. Definitely more than Scarpetta, but you know, you get what you pay for. And it was a great experience right there at the Aria. And we love staying at the Aria, so whenever there, we're gonna try to eat at Carbone, and if we're close, we're gonna try to eat at Carbone. So you should too. As far as the pros, of course, the food was great, the atmosphere, the service, the bread service was amazing. And it's cons. The only cons I have is it's hard to get a reservation. Good old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra. Sinatra, over at the Wynn. Where do I start? Let me wipe the tear from my eye first of all, because of the sadness, because I wanted to love this place, and I may have loved the place if it weren't for the uppity employees, or at least employee, that just looked down his nose at us. He asked us if we wanted sparkling water or this or that, and we're like, no, just regular house water. And he's like, of course that's what you want. And I was just totally turned off by him. So I apologize in advance, but the bread was very fresh. It was delicious. The atmosphere in there was pretty darn good. We were sitting next to folks that said it's their favorite place, so I'm sure it's amazing. I'll probably give it another shot. I got this lasagna bolognese. It was $39, and it was absolutely huge. Came out in this big pot. Probably one you want to split. Definitely couldn't even eat half of that. You know, lucky to put a dent in that. Heather is a sucker for a filet, so she got a bowl of mushrooms and a filet mignon, and I will say that it was cooked perfectly for her. It was very tender and very tasty. So as far as the steak goes, it was outstanding. But you know, if I'm doing Italian food, I want pasta. I want chicken parm or veal parm, or I want some sort of Italian type food. Not looking for the steak. They did bring us out these complimentary cookies that were about the size of your thumb. They were tiny, they were lemon, but they packed a punch. They were absolutely delicious. Look at that. Little teeny tiny lemon, what do they call those? Macarons. But I liked it. I was like, hey, can I get some more of those? So that was pretty good. But Sinatra in the Wynn. I'm going to go ahead and say that we had a rough experience with the waiter and the attitudes of the folks in there, but I would go there again. I think we'll go there again and give it another shot, because the ladies next to us ordered this double cut pork chop, and oh my gosh, when it came out, I was amazed, and I'm like, why did I order this lasagna? I should have got that pork chop. It was a special. It was on the special menu. But you know, the Wynn is elegant and clean and nice and upscale. So, of course, it's a little pricier. $138 for this one before the tip. Sinatra in the Wynn Encore group. For pros, I put great music, of course, Frank Sinatra, the decor, the quality ingredients. Uppity people, of course, were the cons. Mateo's in the restaurant row of the Venetian Palazzo complex. Get out your highlighters, guys. Highlight this one. Put it on the top of your list. Check out Open Table for a reservation and get it booked, because this place was delicious. Now, there's a little caveat here. Our experience here on this trip wasn't the greatest, but I'll explain. So the pasta was house made, and it couldn't get any fresher, and it couldn't get any more delicious. The service was fairly well. The only problem that I was talking about is they were sitting a group of 100 people, and they sat them in that long table that you could see over my shoulder there. And there was literally about 18 inches between our table and that table. And people were walking through, bumping into our table, bumping into us. The waiters were bumping into us. But let's just talk about the food for a second. They brought us out this delicious bread, but the entrees was where it was. Guess what Heather got, guys? Guess. Spaghetti and meatballs. No, actually, we asked, can we just get spaghetti? Because I don't even think it was on the menu. And he said, sure, I'll bring some for you. And he split it up into 2 plates for us to try. Outstanding spaghetti. Heather got the chicken. This airline chicken or whatever it's called, which was absolutely delicious. Sometimes you can really do something with the chicken. But the Piemontese, can we just stop and talk about the Piemontese? It's got braised short rib inside there. It's kind of like the agnolotti that you saw at Scarpetta. You can see the madness ensuing behind us at that table as they're sitting the party of 100. And that just turned us off. But the food was outstanding, and we're definitely going to do this one again because it was unreal. real food. It was $106 before the tip. At that point, we said, hey, can we box this up and get it to go? And we ate the rest of it back in our room. So the price was reasonable. The food was amazing. Quality ingredients. The cons, of course, you know what it was. It was cramped and crowded and not necessary. All right, there you have it. Some more restaurants to take a look at, to consider on your next trip to Vegas, Italian edition. I'll keep making some videos to make some recommendations. I like to see the food, so that's what I try to do in my videos, is take videos and pictures of food so you know before you go. So thanks for watching. We appreciate you. But wait a minute. Now you know what's coming up. All right, you know what time it is. It's time for subscriber comments. Let's get into it. This comment was on our Best Breakfast in Vegas video, and it came from Make $755 Daily. And she said the worst part of this video is it ends so soon. Looks like somebody likes breakfast. I think a lot of people like breakfast, and I agree. It did end too soon. So we're gonna continue to do some more of these Best of Vegas videos. This is the Italian style. There's gonna be a steakhouse style coming, but hey, I appreciate that comment. Keep those comments coming in. Dexterous187 says, another good video from Don Knotts. Do I look like Don Knotts? Are you saying I look like Don Knotts? Do I sound like Don Knotts? I don't understand it. It's just because my name is Don and Don Knotts is Don? Comment below if you understood that comment. Comment below if you think I look like Don Knotts. Anyway, you cut it. Dexterous187. I appreciate the comment, and I got a kick out of it. I thought it was pretty funny. So thank you for that. Why diggity? My man Why Diggity says nobody does it better than Heather and Don. I'll be using this video to plan my breakfast out there. Well, guess what, Why Diggity? That's exactly how we plan our breakfast. We watch all these YouTube videos from all our different favorite YouTubers, and that's how we pick most of our restaurants. So go ahead and give some of them a try. Thanks for sending the comments. Why Diggity? We appreciate you. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, live your blessed life. I heard something today in a country song, and he said he wanted to live his life so that his funeral was standing room only. I thought that was pretty good. Think about it. Have a great day. See you next time.